pieces for my Boondoggle collection. And I don't know why I call them updates, because they're not updates. I'm just showing you all my old stuff. Once I actually get through all my old stuff, then they'll actually be updates. But anyway, first off, this is an interesting thing. At first glance, it looks like a quad, but if you look at the starting stitch, it's like a quad. It's like a triangle quad. So not really a quad, because it's only 3 strings. But, yeah, it's cool. It kind of, the edges kind of curve when you do it like this. I wish I could, like, unstitch it and show you what one stitch looks like, but, yeah, that's what the starting stitch looks like. You can probably figure out how I did it, but just by looking at that. Next, this is 4 brick stitches and then 1 twist stitch. That's the pattern that I did over and over here. Looks cool. When you do an even number of straight stitches, it keeps the same twisting direction, so that's the idea behind this. This one is a tornado, and then 2 triangles and 1 butterfly in the middle, and then a tornado. I've said before, I think it's a cool idea to try to combine the more braid style stitches with the more classic style stitches. This is just a normal triangle. I don't think it was the first one I ever did. I think I gave away the first one I ever did. But I like to have just one of each stitch that's just not a combo, it's just that stitch. I like to have at least one of those in my collection. I'm not sure if I have one of each of just the normal stitches, but if I notice, hey, I don't have one that's like just a Cobra or whatever, then I'll do that. This one is the cross stitch. I don't have one that's just the cross stitch, now that I think about it. It's the cross stitch, and then it switches colors with that twisted, it's like the twisted cross stitch. This is a cool Boondoggle. I'm going to have to do one that's just a cross stitch, because I don't even remember how you do the cross stitch. I'll have to look online again. This one starts with a gradual twisted quad, 2 straight quads, and then 1 tornado stitch. And then a strand was added in the middle to make a gradual twist 3x2. Then it goes back to the quad. This one is a 5x1 wall with beads throughout it. Here's a Cobra that switches colors toward the end for some reason, and then has a square finishing stitch at the end. This one's brick, and then a twist, and then brick, and then a twist. And it's only enough twist to just flip it around 180 degrees. So the white and the orange switch places every time. And then finally, a really weird one. It starts with a non, and then, I don't even know, this is one of the weirdest projects I've ever done. It's like, I tried to get the pink to go straight down the middle, but as you can see, I didn't do very well at that, especially on these first 2 segments. On these last 5, I took like a Lego frame thing that I had made, secured it with a rubber band, and that's how I got the pink to stay in the middle. It's hard to explain, but I did weird processes to get the pink to stay in the middle, because when you put it, it's sort of easy to get it in the middle when you go from the non to the square, but going from the square back to the non is difficult to keep it in the middle. Anyway, it looks sort of like, I wanted it to look like a normal pink square stitch with just like a cage around it. That's what I wanted it to look like, but instead it's just a really weird project. Thanks for watching. This was number 9. See you in number 10.